Hi, this is Skye suffering from ego death. I'm from this. This is the CVYN podcast. Every week we'll have a new podcast to fill your ear holes. With me today is my co-hosts Riley and Gulia. We don't have a sponsor today, and our host, not our host, I'm your host. But ironically, the guest is also Skye, and in that we're going to be talking about anime. Stay tuned. Let's talk about everyone's favorite book franchise and movie series that ruined teen books and movies forever, Hunger Games.
Yeah,
Basically, 1984, if it was for kids. Am I wrong? That was what the first one was about.
The second one came. It was terrible.
I don't even know what was happening. It was just really bad.
Okay, Megs was a babe though. I'm gonna be honest, guy.
Megs was the best.
I don't remember who Megs is.
Megs is that little old lady.
She raised Finnick and then
that
she
was
died.
That was stupid.
And
She
then
walked walked into the fog of
poison.
of orangutans or whatever, remember?
No,
The
No, that
apes.
was like the poison fog.
No, the
And
apes
then-
were in the fog.
and
The
then-
apes were in the
no,
fog.
they ran from the apes.
This is the
into
hill I
the
die
fog.
on. The
I watched this
apes.
movie this
I watched
weekend.
the movie and I read the book.
I watched it this weekend.
All right.
I remember this. Okay.
All right,
saying.
fine.
Also, like,
Mockingjay, I hate the trend it started of splitting the last book into two movies.
yeah.
I don't know why they couldn't just make it one. And Gale sucked. He
Gale-
decided to like betray everyone at the end.
And like freaking blow up her sister, which
Oh,
I
and-
wasn't really into
That was
that.
awesome.
Okay, but after going through all this trouble just to save whatever her face was, Prince or whatever.
Prince?
Prim.
Prim.
Like the singer? Prince?
No, Prim. Okay, after going through all
Prim.
that, Prince, to save her, they kill her, and it just makes no sense. Everyone went through all that trauma for literally nothing.
The
I
cat
know,
lived, though.
Yeah, the cat lives forever.
The
will
cat
never
went also
die.
through like 3 separate acting roles.
Yeah, the cat changed colors every single movie. It was really awkward.
And what else happened?
She ended up
Let's
with
rank
Peeta.
them. It was the first one, Mockingjay Part 1, Mockingjay Part 2, and the
Then
worst one
Catching
was
Fire.
Catching Fire. Yeah.
Okay, I also.
The only good thing about Part 2 was the part, spoiler alert for a movie that's like 6 years old, was when the big bad guy, he was tied up and then he laughed and then was
And he
beaten to
died.
death.
Yeah,
That
he
was
like
the best part of the movie.
he like either choked on his own blood or literally got trampled.
No,
by
he
the
actually got
people.
beaten to death.
Yeah.
Okay, but for 2 of the movies, she's all, "Oh, Peeta, I only love you platonically," and then all of a sudden at the end, she ends
Peeta,
up
I
with Peeta.
kinda
Like,
wanna
everything
bang.
that happened on that
Yeah.
show was just big pranks. Like,
Big prank. The guy I actually had romantic feelings for and also knew my entire life. Forget about him. Bread boys for the win.
that's 100% what happened.
Literally, it just, I feel it's the last 2 with blowing up Prim, her ending up with Peeta. Okay?
Boom!
That just completely ruins the other 2 first ones.
Yeah, it's like, well, why did she even save Prim? Like, that was what started everything. If she hadn't gone to the
It was.
Hunger Games, she
I thought it.
would've
I thought
killed
it
the
was a
rest of the
stupid
world.
editing decision when they blew up Prim and like Katniss ran over to her while she was dying and like right as she died she went. "Eee!
Okay, Skye, well, sure.
Well, that's
Okay.
Aye."
Okay. Also, though, I feel like she ended up with Peeta, and that was kind of not the best move.
No, that was actually kind of like maybe the worst thing I've ever seen
Exactly.
in film.
Like, I mean, Gale did kill her sister, though, so I guess there's that.
Why couldn't she just, like, live alone? She don't need no man.
It's true. She was willing to like friggin'
Do all this?
yeah.
Okay, also,
But the
Finnick.
whole part was the
Finnick.
whole thing was basically just like it's romance, but we get to kill people.
Literally
Woo.
every.
Julia. All right, President Coin.
What are you talking about?
President Coin, she was District 13's president with the weird gray hair.
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
actually like a psychopath
She
that no
got
one liked.
hit with an arrow, and
That was
was
hilarious. Best part of the movie. Right
What a
there, that
lame
whole
ending.
scene.
All of it.
What a lame way to die. Good thing the actual antagonist laughed.
Also, okay, they introduced
I thought that was funny.
Annie or
Who?
Finnick's lover.
Finnick's like
And
I
lover.
haven't seen. I just remember things well. I haven't seen these movies since they came out.
That was rough.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, no, Annie. They kind of like brought her in, and they
And
made
then-
it seem like it was some big thing. Like we
and
were
then
all
they just
supposed to
kinda, like,
love her, and I was not really a fan.
I just thought Annie was kind of like, had
Which
like,
one was
like
that?
a schizophrenic or
She's
something.
like the red hair that Megs volunteered for in the games, and she marries Finnick. And they have a little
I have
baby.
no recollection
they
of this
died.
entire
I thought
storyline.
Finnick. So they got married. in
Heavy
District 13
spoilers
now.
for a book that
And-
has been out for like over a decade. By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they get married, And then Finnick dies in a sewer,
Woo!
which was kind
Oh
of
yeah, the
funny.
sewer deaths. That was
that was hilarious.
Are we just gonna forget about the lizard people in the sewers? That was wacky.
That was terrifying. That thing gave me nightmares, I swear to God. Anything in sewers or... Anyway.
The sewers are weird.
Anyway. Rip Roo, though.
She was
Kinda lame.
Hey, she was not...
okay.
Hey, she
Skye,
was 12,
don't even come at her like
Skye.
that. She was 12 and she was sent to kill people.
Yeah.
And she was adorable.
Kinda,
like, she was just so
kinda
nice.
cringe.
Kinda cringe like your haircut. Okay, so...
Wow.
Okay.
I gotta say, I feel like... Do you feel like it was okay for her to, like, literally blow up half the Capitol? Or was that, like, uncalled for?
That was what most people would call domestic urban terrorism.
Okay, well,
Okay.
back to...
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Overall,
I'd give it, like...
I'd
seven.
say it's like it's almost as good as the song Coco Jumbo by Mr. President, but that's on a good day.
It and Divergent give me the same vibes, though.
yeah, like... But it was also
I wonder why, because Divergent was a direct copy of the
like,
idea.
Yeah, they were all like...
Why does this
factions,
feel familiar?
And
They
then
didn't
they,
even
like,
finish the
rose
movie
up
series.
Or whatever.
They didn't even get the second part of the last book done, because what was supposed to be the second last movie did so terribly that they couldn't even fund the last one.
I know they're not related at all, but kind of reminds me of Twilight. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why. I know one's
You
like
know,
weird
50
glittery
Shades
vampires.
of Grey was a Twilight fanfic that was just written on a BlackBerry phone that someone rewrote the names for at the
I actually,
end.
I heard about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Julia.
All right. Do you feel like she probably should have? Okay, so she shot President Coin instead of President Snow.
President Coin?
That was her name.
That's stupid. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
But like, should she have
This is
shot President Snow instead?
Probably
Like,
not.
Do you feel like that was uncalled for?
I feel like, considering she was just another dictator
Yeah.
that was
she's kind of a
arguably
psychopath.
worse than Snow, I feel like it was justified because the mob was so angry they just killed the other guy anyway.
Oh!
They probably should have killed Katniss too, though. I feel
Honestly,
like,
yeah, she killed a lot of people.
No, I mean like because they that would be like let's say like Joe Biden got elected and then Donald Trump was sent to death and then the executioner just shot Joe Biden in the face.
Oh wait, I guess yeah, that's
yeah,
actually
that's
kind of
exactly
right.
what it is.
Oh.
Also, okay,
Whoops.
in the books they had thought, so you know how like the head peacekeeper in each like thing?
Yeah.
Gale and like whatever the peacekeeper's
That's a
daughter-
hot take.
Okay.
Okay, well, anyway. She was never brought up in the movies.
Yeah,
Sure
not
wasn't.
at all.
And she was like Gale's like secret kind of almost lover.
Yeah, they were like almost lovers, but not quite. Also, they totally left out the mayor's daughter in the movie.
I feel like that was a
Like-
good thing.
No, like it wasn't though, because in the first one, Katniss, just in the movie, she got the Mockingjay pin from the black market, but in the book, she got it from the mayor's daughter, who she used to like sell strawberries to, and then it ends up being like the mayor's daughter was in the Hunger Games with Haymitch. Not the mayor's daughter, the mayor's mom or aunt or something like that was in the Hunger Games with Haymitch. So then you get like a whole backstory on that. It was a whole thing, and they left it out. So it's kind of
That's like an all right plot line at best. That definitely didn't need to be included in a movie, though.
It's true. Also, there's the new Hunger Games book.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean a new Hunger
It's
Games
a prequel
book?
about when they were first making the games, and it's President Snow is like a mentor person, and he's like helping them create the games, and they all have tributes, and he has this one.
Wait a minute, there was 70. How old is he?
He's really old. He was in like school though during this. He was like
How old?
17.
That would make him like
87.
75.
Wait.
Now that would make him like 98 at the time of the books.
Well, what can
Like
I say?
that-
Love is love.
Well, I don't remember what the description of him was in the books, but in this movie, he was that guy
Santa
was like
Claus, I
late
swear to God.
60s at like
Yeah.
most.
Well, I mean, they have weird plastic surgery there. Like he could easily live another
like I guess, but like
Yeah.
that seems like kind of a stretch.
Also, his name is like Cornelius or something weird like that. And they call him like
Cornelius Snow.
some like it's not. It's
That's
not
like
Cornelius.
that's like a fan fiction Game of Thrones name.
Kind of is. But yeah, and then he has like tributes, and this girl like Lucy Gray. I feel like I'm butchering these names. Her
You're-
name's not Lucy. It's something like
What do you-
like.
Why was that?
Also a big
It's-
spoiler for the newer book, but
Whoops. It's okay. That came out like a couple months ago.
Well, you probably shouldn't spoil it then.
Well, everyone's read it.
I didn't. I didn't even know there was a Hunger Games prequel.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
Big rip.
Whoops.
Whoops. kind
Should have added that in before.
of ham-fisted that one in.
All right.
Oh boy. And local news. The Creston Valley Bird Festival is going to it's going to take place May 7th to 9th of 2021. Will be scaled down due to COVID-19 restrictions. What's your take on that? What are your feelings on birds?
Pretty weird.
Honestly, I don't like birds. They just flop around in the sky. They
That's
don't
fair.
Like, yeah.
They're like
they don't really
they're
bring
like
anything
fish, but they
valuable to
they're in the
society.
air.
Exactly. But fish can get like bigger and you can eat them. And, like,
I wouldn't agree with
I was
that.
about to say name one bird you can eat, but then I realized that there was a lot
Name
of
one bird you can eat. I can name a few.
No, but like the
You
flying
did say it,
ones,
though.
Not like
I mean, like
chickens.
the flying ones. Chickens are kind of
Chickens
useless.
could fly, kind of.
They kind of just like float in the air for a few
They're like,
seconds and then they fly down.
Well, you can eat like ostrich and emu. I
Okay,
think.
but I mean,
I
like, can
forgot
you
those
eat a
were
blue
fly.
jay?
I
No.
forgot they were
You forgot the
birds.
giant birds. You forgot those. You just
Okay,
forgot
but
about
also,
those.
Think about hummingbirds, okay? So small, you can't eat them.
Well, you could.
Okay, you could eat
You
them, but
actually
you get like
could
a
eat
few
them.
little chunks of meat on there, and I'm not really a fan.
Well, like a hummingbird's a pretty bad example for the most part.
Okay,
You
yeah.
couldn't
well,
reasonably hunt or farm those.
We meant like. Well, I meant when I said name
That's
birds.
kind of why a
like,
chicken is
name like
one.
a bird like that's just like around here, but I realized that's also wrong. There's chickens.
Crow,
Okay,
raven,
do you
chicken.
often eat
Okay, how
ravens?
often do
Blue
people?
jay.
Yes, Skye, how often do you see people eating ravens or crows?
People used to do that, like traveling. in the
Okay.
Middle
well-
Ages.
Middle Ages.
That about 400, 500 years ago. At
Wow.
high end, I guess.
That was a while ago. Okay.
That was
Just
a little
few
bit
years
ago.
Well, pretty much birds are useless.
I
other than
wouldn't-
they're like important.
Messenger
for the environment
pigeons,
or something.
falcons,
Pigeons? Trash.
but messenger pigeons. Those
Cancelled.
was like one of the
Seagulls.
fastest routes of communication.
I made a seagull friend on the beach over the summer. His name was Turkey.
I don't believe this story for a second.
Julia was there, so was Sherry. So
In other interesting news, the Tivoli Theater is going to open up this Monday. Not this Monday. That is a lie. This month for 12 1 to 25-minute local short films. What's your take on that?
well, I feel like no one's going to the theater anymore.
Oh, that's
Straight
hard.
to the point.
Gee, boy.
I think it's a unique opportunity.
I don't think much people, like younger people, are gonna be going. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I was kind of.
To
I'm
the-
thinking more like
to watch
older.
like Wonder Woman, but I guess it's not
I
really.
guess,
It's
yeah.
not really an option.
But like the popcorn, I'm kind of down.
Popcorn's good.
It's 12 short films between
That's
1 and 25 minutes.
So wait, like how? Like wait, only like.
Wait, so like we're just gonna be watching a bunch of little short films?
Yeah, that local people have made.
Oh, I see. They're like DIY.
What did you
short
think it
films.
was?
Major insult there.
What did you think it was? What did you?
Okay.
Can we
let's
get a
move on.
clarification of what you thought it
A little
was?
less passive aggressive, more passive aggressive than
It was
I
a
meant
little
for it
more
to.
than passive.
Just aggressive. All right.
What did you think it was?
Let's keep going on this.
No, I'm not
podcast.
leaving until we get that point. What did you
I
think?
thought. No, I knew what a local, like a short film was. I just thought. Okay, I didn't mean to be
Yeah.
so aggressive with, like the locals, but I meant like. I
Can we
thought.
cancel Culture Riley?
Yeah, we should just cancel me. I'm gonna be honest. I just thought the whole time it'd only be open for 1 to 25 minutes.
Yeah, you thought that was the problem. Oh, you thought it would be open for movies for 1 to 25 minutes?
No, just like a singular short film.
Yeah. Wait, I'm not following.
Okay, I thought it
So
would
you
be
said,
open.
so what you thought was like, let's just say, for example, they open the theater, they get the letters on, they get on all the lights, they prepare the food, they get all these things cleaned and stuff. They play a minute-long short film, kick everyone out, turn the lights off, clean the theater, and
I'm gonna be
turn the
honest, I
computer
also
off,
thought
and then
that
all
was
leave,
it.
and then all the staff are paid. paid because they have to be for 1 minute of work. Well, actually, they'd probably be
are
working
they
about
showing
2
multiple
hours.
short films, or are you
Yeah, they
actually-
actually
Oh my
are.
God, yes.
Riley
Okay.
thought they weren't. Riley
also
thought
kinda
they were
thought they
playing
weren't.
like several 1 minute shorts.
No, I thought
'Cause
they
why not?
I thought they were only playing 1 minute. Like one singular short film that was
Wait,
like 1 minute.
So they're playing between 1 and 12 short films?
No, there's 12 short films,
Oh, you said
and they're
1
all.
and 12, so then I got confused as between
Oh,
like
I thought I
1 minute short
said
film.
12 1 to 25 minute short films.
Either way, theater's open.
So there's
whether or not
12 of them. All of them are between 1 and 25 minutes. That's kind of cool. Watch it if you want.
Okay, but like here, give me okay,
Yeah.
25 minutes, and then there's like 12 of them. That's a blasphemous number. That's like, that's like 5. That's not 5. That's that's 5.
just
That's
2
0.
times.
And then that's 5. And then that's
What the hell are you
2.
talking about?
Adding.
That's 4.
That's like
Oh wait, 2 times 2 is 4.
I think you
yeah,
did
but
that
plus
wrong.
1 is 5,
oh, yeah,
Julia.
sorry, I can count.
Okay, and that'd be 0. That'd be 10. That's like 300 minutes. And then put that into
At
60.
most, that'd actually be at most.
Okay, at most that's like 300 minutes, and then 60 can go into 30, like sometimes, and it'd be a long time. That's all I'm saying.
That
Yeah,
was
but-
the point, all right.
There might not all be 25 minutes.
I'm just saying at most this is much.
5 hours. It'd be 5 hours if they were all 20.
Well,
I don't
see,
think
that's
that
better
works.
than
I don't
1
think that
minute
works
in the
out
theater.
either.
I don't think it is.
No.
That doesn't. I don't think that math
because
checks out.
no, that does check
That
out.
doesn't
Look,
sound right at all.
12
Yeah.
times 25 as in minutes, and you get 300, and then you divide that by the 60 because the 60 is an hour, and then yeah.
Sure, whatever. I
Skye-
don't feel like doing the math.
I'm doing the math. Give me the pen.
Don't do
talking.
this. So we're just gonna sit here in silence as you write off
No,
the
you
camera.
guys can keep talking.
Okay. Well, I think you're taking this bit a little too far for just like.
Some local news.
It's probably gonna be like 8 short films or like 1 to 5 minutes long, and there's like 2 or 3 that are
4
20
hours.
20
It'd be
minutes
about
long.
4 hours exactly.
25 is clearly the longest one. The other ones are probably much shorter than that.
Like 12
1 to 2. Oh, yeah, we have
probably
different,
gonna be
we have different ideas.
It's probably gonna be like 2 hours total, is what I'm saying.
I think just say an average movie thing.
Yeah, that's an opinion, all right.
Wait,
Yeah.
are they gonna show? No, never mind. Let's ignore my question.
What?
Okay, moving on.
What else is new, Skye?
This is ridiculous. What else is new? There's been over in the past month 500 new cases of COVID-19 in BC.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's fun, huh?
I hope I get COVID.
You feel like you shouldn't say that on a podcast.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest.
Riley actually injected COVID-19 right into her bloodstream.
Then never mind.
Whoa, Julia. Okay. Yeah. I just
Riley
hope I get it.
Riley the other day was trying to sell me the entire Avengers series of Funko Pops.
What can I say? They're my
Yeah.
kink.
Ugh. What are your opinions on the Hulk one being bigger than the rest?
He's very large and green.
Yeah, green and retired. Anyway, yeah. Did you have anything else to add to this, Riley?
Oh, okay. Well, backing out the Rileys.
Oh, I meant Julia. Gulia. Pidchenko. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're going to skip past that. Now enjoy this excellent interview with me and Damon, with the guest being Skye. The topic, anime and manga. See you guys there. Welcome to the Creston Valley Youth Center podcast. I'm your host, Skye.
Co-host Damon.
Yeah, he's out of frame, but whatever. And here's our special guest.
Skye Kennedy.
Nice. So we're going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
So we hear you're a fan of anime.
I am, yes.
Nice. So how did you get into anime?
Originally, my older brother introduced me to it.
And what do you think would be your favorite anime, or at least your anime genre?
Probably the sci-fi, fantasy type.
Nice. What animes have you like not liked? Kind of just despised, wanted to spit at and smash your TV in a blind fury, a red wrath, if you will.
Those would probably be the romance ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not.
totally agree with you. Garbage, complete trash.
Except the fact you wrote a few though.
Under a moniker. Do you have anything to weigh in on this?
I didn't like the first CGI Godzilla movie.
I don't think that counts, but
It's an anime. There's like.
how do you think like North American and European shows compare to like Japanese and Korean animes?
I definitely prefer the Japanese, Chinese anime for sure over the rest of them. I'm trying to answer the why, but I can't think of it.
Skye's a big fan of Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've watched probably like 2 episodes of Family Guy. It's not on my radar
You're better
at all.
off with only 2 episodes.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they usually have better animation quality and more well thought out stories.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I would definitely say that. And
It seems that a lot more like not European, like North American shows are usually just purely comedy or kind of poorly planned out.
they definitely have, they don't have as much variety, that's for
Mhm.
sure. If you go from like the Japanese ones, like you have your ones where they have like the singing ones, they have, I watch a lot of the sports ones. I actually learned more from sports ones than actually doing sports. And then you go into stuff like Attack on Titan or something like that. Like they're pretty gory, and you don't see that in the European ones or Western ones.
Yeah. What do you think you prefer? Like older anime from like the 1970s to the early 2000s, or like more modern anime from the 2000s to the present?
Definitely the more modern. I think you're seeing some more of the older ones being remade now, and obviously the quality of the animation is definitely higher, and they make the story more interesting when they aren't so sharp looking, because the older ones are very angular.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be the main difference in opinion. Is I kind of like that art style. I kind of prefer it a bit more to most modern ones. I think it has a kind of a interesting feel with the way the lines are drawn, and like the way like that it's. I believe it's most of them are hand drawn. I think that I kind of like that aesthetic more. How do you weigh on in on this, Damon?
I've seen way too many shows from the 1940s. They're pretty interesting, even though they seem to be made on a budget of like animal crackers. But yeah, I like older anime, mostly from the 80s. Like crazy stuff like Akira.
80s was definitely the worst era of anime. Had such bombs as Akira and other ones.
The other ones.
Yeah, the other ones.
Famous movie.
Have you ever read manga?
Yes. I was just trying not to buy manga at the store yesterday.
How do you think manga compares to like anime adaptations or live action adaptations?
Most of them are pretty good, actually, the adaptations into the actual anime. Like I have a lot of the Attack on Titan, and there's a spin-off one for it as well. And you kind of get the gist of it, but the thing is it looks like you miss parts in the manga versus anime, because they seem to make everything flow better. They have to add more in.
Yeah.
But
I'd say I agree with that. Have you seen any of the like the lower quality, like some of those live action movies that they've made of like anime, like Dragon Ball,
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Well, I kind of was raised in that era when the Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff came out. So, we thought, and like when Pokemon first started,
Yeah.
like I was in the beginning of high school. So, it's definitely evolved a lot since then.
I'd say they're good. When I meant bad adaptation, I was meaning the early 2000s live action Hollywood movie Dragon Ball Evolution,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
which is don't check it out.
No, some of them are really bad.
Greatest
know-
hair gel ad of all time.
Some are not too bad. Like if you look at like Power Rangers, they actually did a fairly good
Yeah.
job of adapting that one.
Yeah.
And I am seeing more and more of the anime is being adapted into shows, and a lot of times I end up not watching it because they don't get the character that's playing them the same as the character that's actually in the anime, or they have a completely different voice and it just ruins it.
Yeah. Similar to that question, dub versus sub.
I actually prefer sub. I will usually read anything over. If I've seen it one way, like I've always watching one in Inuyasha, and I watched it first in sub, and then when I switched it over into the dub, I couldn't watch it because the voices were so different. Even though I didn't understand what they were saying in the one,
Yeah.
just the sounds and everything were too different. To changes the characters.
I usually prefer the dub for everyone that hates that.
Yeah, Skye's actually illiterate. I weigh in.
You're supposed to tell them that.
Subs are generally better unless it's Cowboy Bebop. 'Cause it's basically a American inspired thing, anyways.
I don't know. I agree. You should get the subs for anything that is like poorly translated, but I don't know. I don't know what Japanese accents of British people sound like. Stuff like that. I can't compare if it's accurate.
Yeah.
Any animes that you haven't watched but plan on watching?
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be lots. My brother usually tells me of some, and then I'll either eventually watch them. But my problem is I have to renew my Crunchyroll subscription, and Netflix has very limited anime on right now.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's some. If you got recommendations, I'd gladly take them.
Yeah. That leads to two kind of follow-up questions. What do you think of Crunchyroll original animes? Because I've heard that some of those have been kind of got some flack.
I think it's just like everything. So you're either gonna like it or you're not, right? I didn't mind some of the ones that you find. It's just like some of them actually are much better. Like I was watching some Netflix anime that it's strictly from them, and it's just as good because they're starting to branch off more into those getting those anime artists to work for them.
Wasn't that the case for the Castlevania show? I might be mistaken.
I'm not too sure.
And here's one. Damon was bogging me with this question for weeks. Are you a fan of JoJo?
I've watched a few episodes of it, but it's not on actually my favorite list.
Yeah. Damon, single tear rolls down his face.
I've not seen a single episode of that show. I just read like one book of the manga.
Lied. It was my question.
Well, we were saying earlier when you compared the two, sometimes the manga might just be 1,000 times better than the adaptation or whatever.
It's not.
It's not. But yeah, it was not one of my favorites, and I got a couple episodes in and stopped watching.
That's fair. On a similar vein to an earlier question, any manga you plan on reading?
I usually just go to the store and find something to pick.
Nice.
Yeah, usually I try and look for ones that I haven't watched. So, but no, I have none on my radar yet.
What's your favorite like kind of like European or North American kind of movie or TV show?
Oh, I don't really watch actually anything probably other than documentaries or anime. um, if you're talking like just like regular TV kind of stuff like that, I'm not.
Kind of anything, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really watch any of that kind of stuff. My
No
family
one
but-
does.
Yeah, no, I can't say there's any that would come to mind because I don't watch much.
On a personal note, I miss Game of Thrones.
I can't say I've even watched that.
First 4 seasons are good. Don't watch past that. It'll ruin it. What's your preferred like kind of style of like film or TV like making, like claymation, stop motion, 3D animation, 2D animation, or live action, either practical, like made practically, or with CGI?
I don't mind the CGI, 2D and 3D animation's good. I tried watching some claymation a couple weeks ago, and it was hard to watch.
Yeah. Gotta go with classic Gumby.
Claymation.
I can't go a week without watching at least 6 Gumby episodes. I go
Or
into
Full
hot.
House episodes for that matter.
Or Fuller House. There you go.
I don't know. It's in my opinion, it's more of like the Dragon Ball Super of the Family Guy house world. It kind of. Oh, of the Full House world. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's more. It panders more to the fans than I would have liked.
Yeah.
Fuller House.
We need more bonkers episodes like the monkey showing up at the
Yeah,
front door.
the chimp episode of Fuller House.
Full
yeah.
House.
Yeah, Full House. Yeah. Gumby. Can't get enough of that. Break into hives if I don't watch it. It's really bad.
Is that your Halloween costume this year too?
Just hives?
No, Gumby.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just get like some cheap wool, dye it green, and like drape it over myself like a gown.
Aren't you liquid, Chris?
We'll discuss this. Do you watch any like anime YouTubers? Like
No.
people that review or talk about it?
My nephew likes to. He's 8 and he likes to watch that stuff, and I usually have no idea what he's watching it for.
You're much better off not watching them. Trust me.
Oh, I usually ask him, I'm like, what are you watching? He can't tell me, so it's changed.
Basically, the idea is you watch the anime and then you watch someone talk about it and review the plot while showing clips. Of
He
the
was
anime.
watching them do Minecraft the one day.
That's a pretty good anime.
Yeah, but the guy was pretty painful
Yeah.
to watch.
How do you feel about like anime inspired like video games? Like fighting games or just like RPGs, that kind of stuff. Like Final Fantasy,
I think they're all good. Like
Undertale, that kind of stuff.
That's one Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. Like I grew up on that stuff, right? So it was. I think it's all good. My brother, like my older brother, is really into the anime, and then he's into all those games. So
Yeah.
I'm not very good at them. I usually am the one that dies, and they have to bring back. But
How do you think like comics and graphic novels compare to like mangas or more independent kind of comics?
I think they're a little bit more detailed, for sure. I find they usually have a better storyline to
That would be the mangas?
the mangas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going from a manga to an Archie comic book, like Archie is like that's where you learn to read in the backseat of the car on trips and stuff like that. Yeah, no, I find they're very more in depth, and they definitely have usually better artistic style.
Yeah. I agree with you on that point. In my opinion, I feel like DC Comics and like Marvel Comics, that kind of like the big
Yeah.
big ones, I feel like they kind of suffer a bit because the way they write this stuff is they all interconnect with all the other ones. So it always seems to like push like what's actually happening, and they like if you actually want to get into the stories, you have to illegally download stuff or buy comics that would be worth hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, and because they're interconnected too, so you got to buy that edition to go
Yeah.
to figure out what's going on with those characters. And
Like if you're interested in, let's say, the Avengers, you would have to buy like 30 different characters comics to understand
the story. Yeah.
full plot. Well, in like manga, even ones that would intersect in plot or run for like several years, they usually have gaps, like storyline beats or more, and like like have re-releases more often than older comics.
Yeah, and I definitely would say that's the way to go.
Yeah. Better, more engaging.
Yeah. Manga tends to be way better paced, like as well, just in general. And they'll come in like one magazine if you like are in Japan too, or in 2003 when Shonen Jump was here. I have a bunch of those, so that's pretty cool. Do we have any more questions?
Do we have any more questions?
Do we? There's the one about Anthony Galbraith.
Yeah, what do you think about Anthony Galbraith, famous like disruptor? Like he was an English,
I don't
he's an
even know
English
who
guy
that is.
like 40 years ago, and he became
I have
moved
no
to
clue who
Japan
that
and
is.
became like a manga artist, but it's got some flack because he's not actually Japanese in some
He goes by certain
some
nick- he
North
goes by a
American.
certain nickname.
Oh, yeah, you mean like Tony Gogo?
That was his screen name.
Oh, his screen name. I don't recall that one. You mean Shad? Anyway, you don't get that one, so we're gonna move on. You have any questions?
Okay.
I think he asked 6.
Yeah. What's the first anime you watched?
Oh, God, can't remember that.
At
That's
least
been
the
a while ago.
oldest one you remember.
Probably be if you went with the like 80s and 90s ones. It's probably Dragon Ball Z or something like that.
Right on.
But yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I got a few years ahead of you guys. A few more years on you.
I think my first anime was Serial Experiments Lane. I'm not even kidding.
No one knows what that is, Damon.
Check it out.
Yeah. I'd say my first one. I think it was also Dragon Ball. But I think a friend forced me to watch an entire season of a slice of life anime. So I guess that would be the first one, because that's the only one I actually completed start to finish. Wasn't that good.
Was it Anthony or Isaac who forced you to do that?
That was Isaac.
Okay, he's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Not really. I don't think so.
That's a good one. Here's another one. What's your opinion on merchandising, like shirts, figures, etc.?
Some of them are pretty cute. I like the little chibis dolls. I was just showing them my phone. I have one on my phone. My nephew is 8, so he's really into that kind of stuff. Getting the Naruto stuff, so he could run around like a little ninja. You get the anime convention and stuff like that. I don't know. I think that's just all pretty kind of cool. So, you get to dress up like it's Halloween all the time. So, why not?
Yeah.
I had to mention one thing. Yeah, I have too many robots in my room, so I like anime merch, but it's caused a big problem for my room. That's a mess.
Zilla too.
Yeah, like 12 Godzilla, giant Godzilla toys on
Like
my
50
shelves.
feet.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I have like billions of them.
It's like
Maybe 100.
collecting Transformers, stuff
Yeah.
like that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's become an actual hassle. Just keep falling over.
I collect Nintendo stuff. I'm running out of shelf room. It's becoming a problem. I need help. Do you collect anything?
Nope. Can't say that I do.
You're lucky. You're a lucky one.
Joanne saying animals.
So like Pokemon.
Yeah,
Okay.
gotta collect them all.
Well, it looks like we're out of time right now. So thank you for
Thank you for showing up.
showing up.
Dealing with us two clowns.
Our last 6 guests didn't show up. We had an anthrax warning one time. That was a
Yeah.
whole deal.
Not the Poison the band. They just showed up once. It was freaky.
I would have preferred the Poison. Well, I've been Skye, and this was a poorly filmed podcast.
I'm Damon, and I'm out of frame.
Thanks for watching. That was an interview.
If I've ever seen one.
You didn't. Let's talk about soup.
I'm the bomb at making a chiban, I'm gonna be honest. The canned soup's my favorite. That's really
What's
sad.
your favorite brand of can?
Just the weird Campbell stuff, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, like their tomato soup.
No, the
Yeah.
tomato soup's the worst.
No,
More
it's
like
tomato soup
ham
with grilled
blues.
cheese.
Am I right,
Right?
fellas?
Oh my gosh, the mushroom soup is.
Love is
Eh,
love.
it's all right.
No, Skye, it's not alright.
Yeah, it's okay. You can have the wrong opinion. Okay,
Yeah, their chicken noodle soup.
I
That
love
sounds
the
pretty
chicken
good.
soup.
You guys are obviously looking at the wrong ballpark, because chunky Campbell's soup is where it's at.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking beta male soup. I'm over here with the Chads.
All right.
Back again with some more soup.
What are you
talk.
talking
Okay.
about?
Do you consider, technically speaking, cereal is a soup?
Yeah, if you're an idiot.
No.
Next question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's a soup. I'm just throwing it out there.
And wraps or sandwiches.
Yeah, if you consider them that, then yeah, sure. I don't discriminate against sandwiches or wraps. Choice is yours. But a cereal, you put it in a bowl with liquid and you eat it with a spoon. That kind of sounds like a soup to me. I'm
You
just
don't
throwing
need a
it out
spoon
there.
to eat soup. Your point is invalid.
oh,
You don't
and
need a
like
spoon to eat cereal either.
You don't. You don't need a spoon for most things, actually.
Spoons are kind of useless. Like, what are they good for? Name one thing.
sport.
If you have a big witch's cauldron, you can stir it.
All right.
We all just
You
have those
often
in our
keep those
basement.
around,
Yeah.
Skye.
I have a big witch's cauldron.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Undo your bed you use for your nightly rituals.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
So, Sonic, am I right?
Yeah, Sonic Underground. I love the blue character.
I love the guy. He's like 5'4", twirly hair, twisty hat.
It pops out of the ground every so often.
Every so often,
I believe you're
straight up,
describing a
straight
gnome.
across straight across mustache.
Yeah, he sometimes yells in Italian.
Yeah, the overcoat.
It's like
The
Mario in a
briefcase.
coat. Business Mario.
But he's 5'4". Mario's like 3'6" or something.
It's like Super Mario.
Because
It's
they're
mushroom powered Mario. It's
That's
lit. That's
exactly-
stupid.
whatever.
That
clearly
wraps
haven't
it
played
up.
it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
This is
gone.
terrible. This is garbage.
just okay.
Thanks.
And that'll be it.
All right, this has been a
Yeah,
good time.
thanks for watching this episode. Next week we'll do another one, I guess. That's all. See ya.